They say money equals power. But what if you are vested with the powers of being the first citizens of one of the superpowers in the world and you have a lot of wealth? With an unconventional history for any president, Vladimir Putin is believed to be one of the richest people in the world.
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
Look, there's no way Putin wins.
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin is one of the most controversial world leaders of the 21st century.
Putin. Vladimir Putin. 17 years of the most powerful man in the world.
But what exactly is his net worth? This puzzling mystery can probably be answered only by Putin himself. But today, we are going to give you the details and provide an estimate of his power and wealth. Rumor has it that Putin is worth over $200 billion. To bring that into perspective for you, he is wealthier than Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett combined. According to Fortune magazine, Putin is the richest man in the world, with a net worth of $200 billion. Hermitage Capital Management CEOs Bill Browder, who previously worked as a fund manager in Russia, stated in 2015, after 14 years in power in Russia, and the amount of money that the country has made, and the amount of money that hasn't been spent on schools and roads and hospitals and so on, all that money is in property, bank, Swiss bank accounts, shares, hedge funds, and is managed for Putin and his cronies. A $1.37 billion palace was featured in a viral video last year by Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, who has since been jailed for allegedly embezzling donations, an accusation he has strongly denied. The luxury Black Sea property, according to Navalny, was paid for with the largest bribe in history. They built a palace for their boss with his money. One builder compared the palace to the construction of the Egyptian pyramids. I'd say around 1,500 people were working on the construction site at the time, the builder told the BBC in 2011. How powerful is Putin in real? If you have enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button. For more content, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Allegedly, Putin dominates Russia's economy, and his authoritarian rule in Russia have only increased over the years. But in a complex bureaucratic system like that of Russia, is it possible that one man has control over everything? Like most other countries, the billionaires, oligarchs, and religious institutions have some amount of control and influence over the president's actions. Putin at most can manage them in a way that the best interests of all involved parties are met. However, he can't have complete authority. Another important point to note here is that if he serves the interests of the elites only to earn their favor, the masses will revolt. But if he serves the masses' interests, which quite often oppose that of the elites, then he won't get the support from oligarchs and big companies. Quite a dilemma, isn't it? It is true that in a lot of cases involving building infrastructure or hosting the Olympics, Putin has a final say in the matter. Every year, the president hosts a show which is broadcasted throughout Russia, where he takes into account the issues faced by the public. The format is such that inconvenienced citizens call on the show and report their problems. Immediately, Putin springs into action and their problems are solved. This provides an illusion that all one needs to do is reach out to Putin. But who do you say most of this is not some propaganda? It might come as a surprise, but the FSB, the Federal Security Service, which is the successor of the KGB, which was the main security agency of Russia until 1991, has free rein in Russia, and sometimes they act independently of the president's stated goals. Did you know that Putin was a former agent of the KGB? Coming back to our topic, Putin doesn't seem to have enough powers to be the kind of dictator the foreign media has often portrayed him to be. What are your views on Putin's influence in and outside Russia? Do let us know in the comments section below. What is Putin's estimated net worth? Considering the current situation and the impending risks of a world war, it is very difficult to gauge the impact of personal sanctions on Putin. Now, Kremlin states that the annual income of Putin is $140,000. His assets include 2 houses, one being the 800 square feet apartment, and the other being a 1,600 square feet house. In addition, He owns 3 cars. Sounds quite decent for a president, right? But isn't it too decent to be believable? High chances are that this is a great underestimation of his wealth. One of the reasons why we strongly believe in this is because Putin's close circle is extremely rich. Given the possibility that they are all hoarding money for the president, it won't be a surprise if Putin's net worth is in the billions. Bill Browders, a critic of Putin, has estimated that the Russian president is one of the richest men in the world and has assets worth over $200 billion. Other political analysts and economists who have tried to estimate his wealth based on the holdings under the names of people in his inner circle have come up with a smaller figure of around $100 billion. Arguably, you might tell me that it isn't a small figure, but compared to some other bold estimations, I guess 100 billion is less. The interesting part here is that Forbes did not include Vladimir Putin in its list of the richest men in the world, as it wasn't able to evaluate total assets in his name to be more than $1 billion. Kremlin has also said that officials are not allowed to hold money in foreign banks. So, is it true that Putin does not own many assets, or has he cleverly hidden them? Let's take a look at some alleged assets. $1.35 billion palace. Located on the Black Sea, there are claims that the palace was built for Putin. This extravagant property has a hockey rink, 2 helipads, and a secret tunnel leading into the sea. Though Kremlin denied any connections of the palace with Putin, this palace did raise some eyebrows. Energy sector. Putin holds a lot of shares in energy and gas companies, and in 2007, it was estimated that he owned over $40 billion worth of assets. Allegedly, Putin also owns a great percentage of shares in the largest oil companies in Russia. This was reported back in 2007 by a former Russian government advisor. Putin has been quoted saying that he is the richest man in the world, but let's take a look at what he said. "I am the wealthiest man, not just in Europe, but in the whole world. I collect emotions. I am wealthy in that the people of Russia have twice entrusted me with the leadership of a great nation such as Russia. I believe that is my greatest wealth." Quite an anticlimax you gave us there, Mr. Putin. In the end, we can only estimate the riches this Russian president possesses. The key word here is estimate, because no one truly knows how much money Putin has. Putin's wealth is a mystery, with many speculating that it was obtained through corruption, illegal use of government funds, and a complex network of offshore bank accounts. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like this.